Right, Chief Washington anchor Leland Vittert back with us again. Verdict in, guilty on all 34 counts.
Guilty on all 34 counts. Now we see what happens to Donald Trump. No one believes that he's going to be sent to Rikers prison, Rikers jail, awaiting sentencing. But it would be very interesting to see what conditions are put on his release for the next period of time before sentencing or before appeals. George, unlikely that he goes to the golf course. Highly likely he does a rally. Where does he do it? And does all of the president's men who showed up, I'm talking about Kristi Noem, Doug Burgum, Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, a number of U.S. senators, do they all show up? Does the Republican Party rally around their man, their now candidate, who is also, we have to say this, a convicted felon?
Well, those who will show up are who still want to be his running mate. So that for them, this is a bump in the road. Others who are not Trump enthusiasts other than pro forma manner will not show up. Where the rally occurs, it hardly matters, Leland, because they're all the same. Doesn't matter where it occurs, it's going to be the same riff, the same stream of semi-consciousness, rhetoric from him, and off we go. The question, I don't suppose the judge can say that you can't travel.
I think he can, because he can say a condition of your bail, of you being no longer allowed your freedom, of you can be required to stay somewhere. Hard to imagine that with a Secret Service detail he's going to disappear anyway. But look, we look at these, and this is profound. A former president of the United States found guilty of crime. To say you're not a Trump fan would be an understatement. George will with us on this. But you are still profoundly angry by what has happened. And to that extent, are we going to be in a situation over the coming months where Donald Trump rightfully says, they prosecuted me and they convicted me on crimes that they could only convict me on, and would not have gone after anybody else on, and there will be independent voters who don't like Donald Trump but don't like what has happened to him more? That's
exactly what he's going to say. He's going to say there's a jury out there of 150 million American voters. Let's let them decide.
And will some of those voters be swayed?
I think they will. A number of people are going to say, look, here's what the world sees. While we're running around in this country, a lot of people saying democracy is at risk because of Donald Trump. These same people are trying to put into prison the principal opponent of the incumbent president. That's what the world is going to see. That's what a lot of Americans are going to see, and that's not going to sit well with them.
Now, Elizabeth, you have to wonder, there's a lot of folks around the world, not just in the United States, watching this moment and seeing America as they see it drastically change.
Right. It's certainly history being made as we speak in downtown Manhattan, which is where I want to go. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.